Stephen Amell is best known for his role in the CW's Arrow, where he played vigilante Oliver Queen for 8 seasons. Arrow was well received by both critics and fans alike, and Amell was praised for his complex portrayal of the billionaire hero. In no time at all, he has gone from relative obscurity to a household name, with no sign of slowing down. Although his time as Oliver Queen has come to an end, he's since been cast in Star's wrestling drama Heels. Here are 10 things you probably didn't know about the Toronto-born Stephen Amell. He worked as a spin instructor. When first starting out in their acting career, many actors and actresses find themselves taking any part-time jobs to pay the bills. For Amell, prior to becoming a modern TV icon, he spent his days as a spin instructor. Interestingly enough, his first acting job involved playing a spinning instructor on the series Queer as Folk. He told Us Weekly, "When I first broke into the acting industry, I taught spinning classes to support myself. It's funny. I have a Facebook page and I have a Twitter account, and I'm starting to get messages like, 'We took your spin class way back when,' or 'We miss you as a spin instructor.'" He was attacked and injured by a fan. Between interacting with fans and his many charitable endeavors, Stephen Amell has shown himself over the years to be an all-round nice guy. However, that didn't stop someone from approaching the Arrow star and attempting to fight the actor. In 2016, Amell took to Facebook to recount the incident where he explains that the fan headbutted him out of nowhere, declaring, "I want to fight the Green Arrow." Thankfully, Amell didn't escalate the situation and instead reached out his hand in friendship. Paused, looked at him, shook his hand, and said, "No thank you. Because I'm a father and a husband. Pretty manly if you ask me." He was the first actor to audition for Arrow. When it came time to find the lead actor for Arrow, Stephen Amell was the first person called in to audition. Casting director David Rappaport told Entertainment Weekly, "They said to me, 'We want someone that looks like a superhero and can act.' I had just cast Stephen in a guest spot on 90210, and it was a pretty dramatic role. He had the muscles and that kind of dark mysterious look behind his eyes, so he was the first person I thought of when I read the Arrow script." His life-changing Kimmel moment. Back in January 2015, he made his first appearance as a guest on Jimmy Kimmel Live. It was not, however, the first time he'd set foot in the Kimmel studios. As Amell told Jimmy Kimmel, "Being here is a dream come true. Arrow was my 10th American job. I got my first American job sitting in that audience." He found out he'd been cast as the killer in an episode of CSI Miami. He rejected the roles of Spartacus and Christian Grey. It's hard to imagine anyone else starring in the role of Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow, on the CW hit series Arrow. Since his start back in 2012, Stephen Amell has led the series to great success and continued popularity for 8 seasons. However, during his quest to fight justice in Starling City, he turned down several roles that could have amplified his stardom considerably. One of his possible roles included a spot in Spartacus, War of the Damned. According to IMDb, Amell was considered to take over the role of Spartacus from Andy Whitfield before Liam McIntyre was chosen to take over the role. In addition, he almost took on the wildly coveted part of Christian Grey in the 50 Shades trilogy. Although he was the next choice after actor Charlie Hunnam pulled out of the role, Amell did not feel he would be the right choice and declined. He used his Arrow skills at the carnival. Although Arrow utilizes CGI and some great camera work to make a lot of the action scenes possible, Amell has still managed to become quite the archer. In fact, he has become such a talented archer that he's been able to use the skills in real life. In an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan, Amell recalled taking his daughter to a Vancouver carnival and taking a crack at an archery game. He said, "And I won. I got the biggest possible stuffed animal. And then I went back later in the day to try to win another one for my friend, and they refused me. I was blackballed." He's an avid wrestling fan. He is a fan of pro wrestling, and his fandom made its way to WWE. He made his first WWE appearance at 2015's SummerSlam, where he showed off some impressive ring skills by jumping off the top rope to take down an opponent outside the ring. His interest in wrestling combined with his professional world following the end of Arrow, when he was cast alongside fellow Canadian actor Alexander Ludwig in the Star's wrestling drama Heels. He broke his back filming wrestling show Heels. Back in 2020, Amell sustained a back injury while filming the Star's wrestling drama Heels. The actor explained that, while performing a wrestling move known as the Coast to Coast, which involves leaping off the top rope from one side of the ring to the other, he didn't like how the first take turned out. When he requested to do a second take, that's when the accident took place. He said, "I fractured my T10 and 1 lira. Compression fracture. I broke my back. I landed straight up and down. And it was one of those injuries that was incredibly painful. I think it was a shock to my system. And everything around that area seized up. And for like 24 hours, I had a lot of difficulty getting a full breath in. And then, miraculously, it was like those muscles relaxed. And this happened on a Wednesday, maybe. And I spent Wednesday night in the hospital, but I was home on Thursday. I was back at work on Monday." His time on heels has been far from smooth sailing, and the star also revealed that he had contracted COVID-19 while shooting. Thankfully, he has since made a full recovery. He has his own wine brand. He started his own wine brand called Knocking Point Wines in 2012. Along with co-founder Andrew Harding, Amell also produced a docu-series Dudes Being Dudes in Wine Country, which chronicles their journey through the winemaking process, as well as the fun they have along the way. He got arrow tattoo. Playing the same character for 8 years is bound to leave a lasting impression on any actor. Amell recently took to social media to share a new tattoo he got to commemorate the years he spent playing the Green Arrow. The tattoo is a simple outline of an arrowhead pointing upwards near the site of his elbow. The caption of his post reads, "Been thinking a lot recently about Arrow and the impact it had on my life. In order to move forward, I wanted to keep a gentle reminder."